What is a zone? It is the single most important building block in SoundCoreHero, and once it clicks, the rest of the system falls into place. A zone is the sound of one physical area: a lobby, a restaurant, a terrace. Players, announcements, line inputs and microphones all feed into it, and it sends the result to the speakers standing in that space. Zones live under setup on the zones page. This demo venue has several, one per area of the building. Each row is one zone, and look at what the columns already tell you. Its volume, how many inputs feed it, how many speakers it drives. The zone is the thing all of that is counted against. Let's make one. The Add button opens the zone form, and I want you to notice how short it is. There is exactly one field. That is not the form being unfinished. It is the most important thing this lesson has to teach you. A name and nothing else. This is what you will look for in the mixer, and what every action and schedule you build later will address. So name it after the real place. I am calling this one Terrace Demo. Save, and there it is in the list, with 0 inputs and 0 speakers. The zone exists now, and it is completely silent. It will stay silent until we connect something to it, and that connecting happens somewhere else entirely. A zone does not simply add its sources together. They are ranked, and that ranking is the part most people get wrong. Here is the order. An announcement outranks the music player. A line input outranks an announcement. A microphone outranks a line input. And the emergency mic outranks everything else in the system. When a higher source speaks, the ones below it are not cut off. They are ducked, pushed down in level, and then brought back. How far down, how fast, and how quickly they return is something you set yourself. Ducking is configured per announcement on the announcements page. Expanding one shows the settings that decide what happens to the music underneath it. Priority sets where this message sits in the ranking. Ducking volume is how far the music is pushed down while it plays, here about -24 decibels. Attack is how quickly it drops, 50 milliseconds, fast enough to be out of the way before the first word. Release is how slowly it comes back, a full second, so the music returns gently instead of jumping. That place is the zones mixer. Every zone in the venue gets a strip here, and expanding one shows the whole signal path through it, left to right, with live meters. On the left, the inputs: a music player, announcements, a line input, a microphone, everything that can put sound into this zone, each with its own fader. This is the answer to what the zone is playing. In the middle, the master. This is the zone as a whole, one fader and one mute for everything the area hears. Pull it down and every source in the zone comes down with it in proportion. And on the right, the outputs, the speakers assigned to this zone. The signal we followed from the left arrives here and leaves the device. That is the full path, in, mixed, out, and it belongs entirely to this one area. And these red nodes are the duckers. There are 3, and that is the detail worth getting right. There is one per type of source, not one per source. A lines ducker, a microphones ducker, and an emergency mic ducker. Opening one shows more control than an announcement gets. A threshold that decides how loud the source has to be before the music moves at all. A reduction for how far it moves, and attack, hold, and release for the shape of it. Every channel listed underneath is ducked by this one set of rules. Back on the zones page, the pencil is how you rename a zone, and it reopens that same one-field form. The name really is all a zone owns. Everything you just saw in the mixer, the inputs, the level, the speakers, is a connection made elsewhere and pointed at this zone, which is exactly why there is nothing more to edit here. And remove deletes the zone. Be careful with this one on a real system. The zone disappears along with the connections pointing at it. Here it is only the one we just made, so it can go. So a zone covers one area and owns the speakers in it. A name is the only thing the zone itself holds. Everything that makes it useful is connected to it rather than stored inside it. And zones run independently. You can change one and the rest of the building keeps playing. Thank you for watching. See you in the next lessons.